Alright, hello everyone. Good afternoon to all of you. My name is WonderTrade, and in this video we are going to be doing a Pokemon Sun, Moon, Ultra Moon, and Ultra Sun giveaway on the 3DS for the Gen 7 Pokemon games. And in this giveaway we will be giving away a shiny hunted Nihilego from Ultra Space. So this was hunted by credible source, and they traded it to me a while ago, so we're just going to be giving some of it away. So we have a whole box here. I'm going to keep this one just so I have a copy for future giveaways, so I'm going to just move this one copy of it over, like so, but then the rest will be given away to lucky people on WonderTrade in the Gen 7 games. So if you're following along at home, please feel free to tune in, please. Send in your friend codes, or try to just use WonderTrade at the same time, and I'd love to see if we could get connected here and you could receive one of the Pokemon. None of these Pokemon are Pokegened or Pokesaved in any way. I don't use homebrew or anything like that. I just literally take the legit Pokemon someone sent me, then I copy it, and then I'm going to be giving it away in this video, so. Alright, let's get started here. I'll just write a reminder in the chat here about what games will be in this giveaway. And I'll just invite everyone. Sorry about the typos. And I invite everyone who's viewing, if they'd like to get a shot at one of these Pokemon, you may feel free to hop on WonderTrade, and hopefully we might be able to connect here and receive one of the Pokemon. Also, you guys could leave your friend codes there for the 3DS, and we could set up a link trade if you'd like to as well, for one of these Nihilego that I'm giving away. Alright, we'll start with our first one here, and it's going to be sent through the internet space, the virtual reality, and it's going to find some random trader, and let's see who gets it. This is our first Nihilego that will be given away. New Freddy Trap 2 and 8 Rex your name. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wait, let me answer here. Alright, we have a Minchino. Let's go to our second one. Oh, I just have this whole like thing on Pokemon Bank where it's all of these shinies from just when I used to play the game religiously and doing all these trades and whatnot, and I don't really play it that much anymore. So I also have my old power saves, so I just use that for cloning. I make clones of a bunch of those shinies. Some of them I've personally hunted for, some of them from other traders who have hunted them themselves, and yeah, I just like giving them away. I don't change anything to the Pokemon whatsoever. I just like sometimes put a useful item on there make a bunch of clones and send them out. This is what I used to do last year, but my computer wasn't working, and then I thought Pokemon Bank was shutting down, so couldn't really do it, but I think everything's working good for right now, and I think I'll start returning to some of these. Why would I give people a very nice jellyfish god for most likely a Zigzagoon? Well, it might also make someone's day, and I really hope I do with this giveaway, so there's also that aspect of it. Like, I started my Pokemon Alpha Sapphire gameplay thing yesterday, or earlier in the week, and someone traded me a Xerneas through WonderTrade. Someone in France traded away their Xerneas, and it got to me from this trade with someone in the US, and that was just magical. I mean, I literally got a box legendary just one day into playing Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. I don't think I even beat the first gym by that point. And I just really wanted to give that magic back to anyone who's right now currently still playing the 3DS games. I know it's been a while and the 3DS era is about to end with all the online features shutting down probably sometime next year. And so that little time frame, I just wanted to, you know, do what I can to get some people some Pokemon they might have not have been able to get throughout the whole span of these games. I have most of the events stored away. Not any of the, unfortunately I don't have a shiny Beldum. I don't have some of these events for Horas, or even some of the ones that are, like, for the championships in, the Sun and Moon games. I don't have those, but I have some of the shiny Pokemon, such as a Japanese Necrozma. That event is hard to come by. I have the Solgaleo and Lunala that were given away as shinies at one point. I have the shiny Tapu. I just keep an archive of these Pokemon, their events and whatnot, and I know some people can't get to them, or they weren't able to get them at the time, so I just have them stored away, and I did giveaways like this just to help them out. Looks like we've got some new Pokédex entries. This is because this is an Ultra Moon game that I got last Christmas, so I haven't really played it through the story. That's why we're seeing all the Pokédex entries being filled out. So here's some information on Trumbeak, I guess. From its mouth it fires the seeds of berries it has eaten. The scattered seeds give rise to new plants. Very interesting. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, let's go to this one right here. We still have a ton of Nihilego to go, so there's plenty to go around. Alright, this next one is Theory from Finland. That's actually the first time I've seen a player from Finland. Alright, we have a Palossand. This is also a new Pokemon for the save file because, again, this is a brand new game from Christmas last year that I haven't played through completely. Alright, here's some information on Palossand. Once it has whipped up a sandstorm to halt its opponents in their tracks, this terrifying Pokemon snatches away their vitality. Let's keep going here. Someone from Japan. Alright. Maybe I'll try doing some of these earlier in the afternoon so that some younger players are able to get them. I almost did this like later in the day, around 9 or 10, and I don't think many of the majority of Pokemon players will be up by then, so I wanted to move this one a little bit early. Here we have a Fearow. And I'm going to be shiny hunting in the background on my other 3DS, so if you hear any sounds that don't sound like the music, it's probably from this 3DS. Alright, there's a Fearow. Here's some information on Fearow, and Alola fish Pokemon are its prey. It can be seen circling above the ocean searching for food. Alright, let's keep going. This one's taking a little bit time than usual. We have Hunter from Ohio. Looks like we have a Spearow. Here's some information on Spearow. Due to its short wings, it can't fly long distances. It wanders about restlessly, and it pecks at bug Pokemon. Ah, alright. Sounds good, new Freddy. Alright, let me make sure this thing isn't a shiny that I encountered in Pokemon Y. Alright, it isn't. Want to make sure before I hit run. I'm hunting for a shiny Liepard in Pokemon Y right now. I think I've caught 2 shiny Sneasel already from doing this because the shiny Liepard just doesn't want to show up. This is Floofy from Ohio, it looks like. Ton of Ohio people out here. It's a Roggenrola, a Gen 5 Pokemon, aka Unovan Geodude. I like to call him Unovan Geodude. It looks like it's also in one of those Apper Balls, which is pretty nice. We might be doing a giveaway of that Roggenrola in the future. Here's some information on it, by the way. Oh wow, you did 2 different saves and they traded to each other? That is amazing. I've never tried that. I've tried trading in between my Omega Ruby game and my Y game before. I have never tried it 2 saves of the same game. I've never tried that. This is the mantle Pokemon Roggenrogla. It was found in a fissure in a layer of exposed rock. The material that makes up its body is dirt from several hundred years ago. That's very interesting. Let's keep going. Oh, they aren't the same game. I see. I see. One of them was Ultra Moon and the other was Sun. Ah, I see. Yes, it's very fun to do that. It's like kind of Pokemon Bank, but you could only move one Pokemon at a time. I remember I wanted a second 3DS for such a long time because of, like, you know, when one of these days Pokemon Bank is going to shut down and the online stuff is, so if you have a local communication thing where you could use your second 3DS to transfer your Pokemon back and forth, I thought that was like something I needed to get, so. Oh, nice. Is this you right now? The one with the Machop? Is that you? Oh, sweet. That's great. That's the first time that's ever happened where I was able to connect with someone watching the stream during it. Like, amazing. Please enjoy the Nihilego. Right here's some information on Machop. It likes food that's highly nutritious because its instincts drive it to build muscle efficiently. Alright, maybe I should say like that 3, 2, 1 thing. Alright, 3, 2, 1. I'll start doing that. Oh wait, another one. 3, 2, 1. Maybe that's all I need to do during these, is I'll count down right before I hit that final trade button. Marisol from the United States. Specifically, Florida. One of my friends from my biology class I took last 2 semesters at my college, he's now in Florida. I think he's beginning his 2nd semester there. He moved during the winter, so. Also, our next door neighbors used to live down there as well. Oh, you clicked trade when my box opened, I see. Very good timing. Spinner X information will be here in a little bit. This is going to take a little bit longer because, again, it's a brand new save, so all the Pokédex entries from the WonderTrades will be filled in as we go. Although the poison from its fangs isn't that strong, it's potent enough to weaken the prey that gets caught in its web. Just like a normal earth spider. Three, 2, 1. I'll miss the PSS, the player search system from Gen 6. I'll miss Gen 7 too, like all the online features, but then the PSS, so it's just amazing. I don't know why they got rid of it. It's an Amaura. I think that's how you say its name. We'll see here in a bit. Amura. I do not still know how to say that Pokemon's name. It's been out since X and Y. I'll just say it's the Brachiosaurus looking thing. Here's some information on it. Amura was restored successfully, but it's not expected to live long because of the heat of the current environment. Oh, that's kind of sad a little bit. It's in a tropical region, it's an ice type, and it just flat out said, this thing ain't gonna survive out here. It's too hot for it. Alright, let's just go and go to the next Nihilego, I guess. Hopefully the Yamura in the Alola region are able to survive. That was kind of a grim Pokédex entry that you don't expect to be grim. This is Herzema from Germany. There's a Peaky Peck. Here's some information on Peaky Peck. It may look spindly, but its neck muscles are heavy duty. It can peck at a 16 times per second. Oh my gosh, that is fast. The entire reason I bought a 3DS Ultra Moon and Sun, so I could use Greninja. Oh, the Ash Greninja, nice, yeah. Very popular Pokemon, very good choice. I still need to find my Ash Greninja, I don't know where it is. It's in one of my games. Here's a person from Japan. It's a Poplio. Look at that. Now, whenever I do this game's playthrough, I'll have two starters with me. I'll have a Poplio and I'll have a Rowlet. Here's some information on Poplio. Poplio gets on top of its bouncy water balloons to jump higher. It's quite the acrobatic fighter. Oh, not even Ash Greninja. At first I had to deal with going through Ultramoon, waiting until I got to Pony Island so I could get it from the island scan. Oh, as I didn't have Sun until a week or two after. Oh, I see, I see. If you're in need of a protein Greninja, the one that has its hidden ability, I have the Friend Safari in Y. I could send one to you. Just let me know. You could contact me through, like, Reddit. I have the same username on there, and then also on Twitter. If you would like a hidden ability Greninja, I could easily find you one if you'd like, one of these days. Alright, this is Anthony. I have a protein Greninja that I use on my team currently, and I have these following moves. I have Scald as a stab. Actually, all of them become stab because of its hidden ability. It's like Cinderace's like Gyero, where it just changes the type to whatever move it's using. So we have Scald, Dig, Ice Beam, and Taunt. I have Dig, so I become Ground type, and I'm able to, like, use that semi-vulnerable turn. And then I have Ice Beam because Ice hits pretty hard, even though it's a pretty frail typing. I still use it. I might use Shadow Sneak, but then this Greninja is a special Greninja, so I need to find different moves for it. It's a special one, but I do have Dig on it. I mean, its attack is it's not bad. I mean, its attack is almost as high as its special attacks, even though this is like a modest one, I believe. So yeah, I put Scald, Ice Beam, Dig, and Taunt. Oh, it's fine. I got one through WonderTrade at one point and used it in my Sun playthrough till it evolved, which I changed it for Ash Greninja. Oh, alright. Sounds good. Glad you found one. It's a nice score from WonderTrade if you could find any of the hidden ability starters. It's really good. Good stuff. Alright, let's go to this one. Currently on my team in Pokemon Y that I sometimes battle my neighbor with, I have this Hitmonlee that's an adamant one, and it has the following moves. It's a choice band set. It has High Jump Kick, Close Combat, Earthquake, and Blaze Kick. Then again, Hitmonlee is not supposed to be like a Pokemon that survives for that long, so I just choice ban it and put these like crazy moves on it. High Jump Kick, I think this one has the Reckless ability. Let me think. Yeah, it has Reckless, so if I'm feeling like good about something, I'll just use the High Jump Kick, or if I'm a little bit afraid about the accuracy, I'll just use Close Combat. Oh yes, having Extrasensory or Dark Pulse is good for a Greninja. I think those moves would be good on it as well. Very good ideas. Here's Beldum. Here's some information on Beldum. Fun fact, in regular Sun and regular Moon, Beldum was impossible to catch using a Heavy Ball. Because of how the math worked on the Pokemon's weight and how the Heavy Ball calculates the catch rate, it was impossible to catch a Beldum using a Heavy Ball. If you anger it, it will do more than Rampage. It will also burst out strong magnetism, causing nearby machines to break. Yeah, I know, right? And I think it's like almost near impossible to catch with a Beast Ball, if I'm not mistaken, because the Beast Ball, it has like a negative multiplier, I think, if it's not an Ultra Beast. And Beldum actually has one of the lower catch rates, if I remember the list correctly. That's why it's so hard to catch and find in other games where it's obtainable, like I know in the Safari Zone, if I remember correctly, in Hard Gold and Soul Silver, you could catch Beldum, but then the Safari Ball had just the regular ×1 catch rate, and then Beldum, and even Metang, not so much Metang, but Beldum, that thing is a nightmare to catch, and it just always runs away, or you run out of Safari Balls. Yeah, it is a hard Pokemon to catch. Like a Beast Ball Beldum. That is extremely hard to come by. 3, 2, 1. I forgot where I used to have a Metagross. I think it was in Pokemon Shining Pearl. Yeah, it was a Metagross where it had the standard Zen Headbutt, Bullet Punch, Meteor Mash, and Earthquake, I think, and it was on my team that I almost got to, like, a 50 win streak on, and then I died because the Milotic, or, what's the guy's name, Palmer? The dude in Sinnoh, the Battle Tower, I think his name is Palmer, it's Barry's dad. I think it was his Dragonite that killed my whole team. I got through him. Oh wait, was it the 50th win streak, or was it the 25th? I can't remember. I know you fight him twice during the Battle Tower when you're doing, like, a streak. Forgot which time it was, but one of the times I used my Metagross, and it flinched his Milotic 3 times in a row. So I thought I was going to win that, but he brought out his Dragonite, and it literally just creamed my team. It was a fun battle, though. It was very stressful. Not gonna lie. It was fun. Seeing those 3 flinches back to back. Oh, you stopped playing BDSP after you became the champion. Yeah, I think that's what most people do, because they didn't add any platinum content, so there wasn't really much to do in the post-game anyways. Alright, here's some information on Ammonite. This is Lord Helix, by the way, if anyone remembers those Twitch Plays Pokemon things. It was restored from an ancient fossil. Those Helix fossils are excavated from areas that were once oceans long, long ago. I remember Cynthia took me 7 tries, 6 times if I've known about rough skin. One time it was down to one of my Pokemon and her Garchomp. I used a physical move, it killed the Garchomp, but then it also killed me at the same time because of rough skin, so 7 times, or 7 tries it took me to defeat her in BDSP. I forgot how hard she is. Last time I fought Cynthia was probably in Pokemon Platinum, unless I got to the point where in Black 2 I fought her, because I know that she's in that house in Undella Town. But I think I've only done that once, so the last time I fought her was probably back in, like, 2015. Here's our next Nihilego. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, you had to take a level 90 Dialga off of Oh my gosh. I know, right? She is insane. Like, I thought with the fairy type stuff it would have been easy to take her down. I was dead wrong. Dead wrong 7 times, basically. I didn't want to use... I chose Palkia in that game. I didn't want to use the Legendary, because I wanted to try, like, a whole team of just regular Pokemon. I don't think I even brought my starter on. I just had, like, a whole team of just regular Pokemon. I had my own Garchomp. I had a Mismagius, I had a Houndoom, I had a Pelipper. Believe it or not, I had a Pelipper on there. Because of the Tailwind, and then also Scald, and it also makes a Drizzle, which was pretty nice. Man, who else did I have on that team? Oh, a Lucario. I also had my own Lucario. Here's a Smeargle. Here's some information on Smeargle. It draws symbols with the fluid that oozes from the tip of its tail. Depending on the symbol, Smeargle fanatics will pay big money for them. I remember, it was like 2 AM in the morning when I was doing Cynthia. It took me 7 tries. I went to sleep around like 3:30. It was... I should have probably just like saved right in front of her room and then picked it up the next morning. But I was doing it on Twitch. I was live streaming it, so couldn't really like do a Snoop Dogg thing where I leave it on for 8 hours, don't do anything on my stream, and then pick it up the next day, you know. But yeah, I stayed up. I probably shouldn't have. I should have just saved it for the morning, but I thought in the evening I could get it done. I was wrong, because Cynthia is still crazy powerful as she is in the original, so... I know as I had my starter, Staraptor, and Dialga on my team, as well as a Crobat. Ooh, very interesting. Which starter did you choose? Turtwig. I think I went with Piplup. Because I was like, I don't ever, like, play as the girl character in the game, so I chose Dawn, and I went with the, Piplup thing, because she has one in the anime, so. I thought I could use Empoleon, because I thought Empoleon was good and competitive, but I think people just use, like, Infernape, because I wanted to use it as the Battle Tower thing, but looks like people just use Infernape. They do use Empoleon, but you need its... I think you need its hidden ability. Can't remember for sure. And mine was the wrong nature, too. I think my friend chose Turtwig as well. He did a stream of his Elite Four match. I think it was even on this... like, the day after I did mine. He did his on Twitch, and... I think he got it in like 2 or 3 tries. I can't remember. I'll have to ask him. He's Wongtong Soup Games. On here. I might as well link his channel. I guess I'll give him a shout out even though he's in here. I think this is his channel. This is... he finished it in like... I think he took longer than me just because he was chatting actively with his chat room and stuff like that. He was going through Victory Road on stream. I did Victory Road separate than doing it all in one. Oh, this is the Pokemon League stream. No, he did Victory Road and the Elite Four challenge all in one go, but it took him, I think, a few tries to knock him out. This is like his, I think this is his channel. He might have changed it, but this is his channel if anyone likes to check it out. Cynthia's Milotic was impossible to beat as it kept recovering. Yes, I know. It uses recover, it spams it. It knows if it's going to be like... the AI's logic seems to be, okay, so you're going to be using a move probably that it might be super effective against me, but I am going to just keep using recover. That'll drive you nuts, wouldn't it? So that's what the AI chose to do. Cynthia's Spiritomb was like a little bit difficult. The trick is to like just keep hitting it. Like a few times I was like switching out, like messing with it. But I think the trick is to just hit it. Just spam moves at it. What else? Who else was... oh! Lucario. Lucario is another story. If you're not careful, it'll get off one of those... I forgot if it uses Swords Dance or Nasty Plot. Whichever one it chooses. Once it gets that, you can't recover from it. So make sure to force it into... using Swords Dance or Nasty Plot, then that's when you like try to hit it as hard as you can. If you're not careful, that Lucario will kill your whole team once you get to it. One or two earthquakes, very nice. Here's some information on Skarmory. My neighbors and I were just talking about Skarmory the other day. We were comparing it to Corviknight. We were like, oh, Corviknight, this. Oh, Skarmory, that. Its body is draped in a steel armor. It looks heavy, but it can fly at speeds of up to 185 miles an hour. That is insane. How much does it weigh? 111.3 pounds. Yeah, imagine this thing going 185 miles, and it's like 111-ish pounds of force just about to hit you. And it's made out of metal as well. That looks painful. Alright, here's our next Nihilego. Yeah, it just like hits like a building or an interstate. It just like leaves a giant hole. Everything like expels. I think that would be one of the scariest things if Skarmory were like real and they just like attack humans, you know? That would be scary. Imagine that. Like a jet plane bird coming right at you at 185 miles per hour because he accidentally like wandered too close to its nest atop a building or something. That would freak me out. Electabuzz. Here's Electabuzz Pokédex entry. Alright. While it's often blamed for power outages, the truth is the cause of the outrages is more often an error on the part of the electric company. Ah, I see. Alright, let's go to our next one here. Do you know what? Also, like, right now, presently, it would suck to be a Skarmory because, didn't you hear, like, it's been in the news for a few days where in Europe they're having, like, these heat waves where all of their, like, steel and cast iron buildings and bridges are, like, melting. And here in the Midwest, where I live, we're having a heat wave currently this week. Temperatures are going to at least 100 in the middle of the day. Imagine you being a bird where your outer like carapace is literally metal. I think that Skarmory would be in a ton of pain if it was in 100-degree weather. That would be horrible for a Skarmory. Three, two, 1. Alright, please take your time. Antonio from the Canary Islands. That's the first time I've seen someone from the Canary Islands in any of these WonderTrade things. It's a Magnemite. It's Dario the Magnemite. Very interesting. Here's Magnemite's Pokédex entry. Perhaps because electrical lines are often buried these days, the number of Magnemite attacks on power plants has increased. Man, they're just straight up going on raids on power plants just to find electricity for them to eat. Alright, let's go to this one. 3, 2, 1. Ryan from Ohio. It's a netball Magikarp. Alright, here's Magikarp's information. Thanks to their strong hold on life, dirty water doesn't bother them at all. They live in waters all over the world. Except for in Unova, I think. They only live in that nature preserve, so they're not really in the main area of Unova. Alright, let's go to this one. 3, 2, 1. Here's a person from Japan. Oh, it's a caterpie. Here's some information on caterpie. Its body is soft and weak. In nature, its perpetual fate is to be seen as food by others. I didn't know it's a foot tall. It's interesting. It's a giant caterpillar. Alright, next up is this Nihilego. Here's Julio from New York. Oh, it's an Eevee. Fan favorite. Alrighty. Its genes are easily influenced by the surroundings. Even its face starts to look like that of its trainer. That's very interesting. I've never known that about Eevee. Alright, let's go to our next Nihilego. We have four left. 3, 2, 1. Who's a person from Japan? It's another Peaky Peck. Alrighty, this is Nihilego, third to the last one. 3, 2, 1. Vivian from Ontario. Oh, it's a Corsola.